Hey friends, welcome back to OG Universe. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me as we take a look at this controversial wave of figures from McFarlane Toys. It's the DC Multiverse Platinum Chase Wave, consisting of Sportsmaster, New 52 Reverse Flash, and from the Green Lantern mythos, we got the Manhunters. So, before we deep dive into the controversy, we're going to take a look at the packaging, what you get. We'll talk about the history of Manhunter, and we'll go from there. So, you get your standard window box packaging. You got the Platinum Chase logo, display stand, trading card. You got 4 Manhunters on the back here. This is going to be really tough to do in real life, as getting 4 of these figures is going to be very difficult. You also got Manhunters, Green Lantern Corps Adversary. Now, in addition to that, you also got rocket thrusters that are on the figure. They look really nice, and the nice little touch there. You don't get a flight stand. I added the flight stand because I wanted to have them floating around. But you also get a very interesting faceplate. Yes, instead of getting alternate heads, they're starting to use faceplates, and I think that's a great idea. You get a really cool different look for this Manhunter with the battle damage faceplate. We're going to be seeing new faceplates in the upcoming Huntress figure from the collector's edition. She's going to have 2 additional faceplates. I think that's going to be really cool. Hopefully that turns out well, just as well as this one did. Fantastic alternative to having a different head sculpt. So, Manhunters, they were created by the Guardians of O to protect the universe. Unfortunately, they went rogue, and the Guardians had to create the Green Lantern Corps to stop them and bring justice to the universe. So they're sending in robots that have taken on a life of their own. Now, most recently, they're being commanded by the Cyborg Superman, Hank Henshaw. I think that is absolutely awesome. He has an army of Manhunters at his disposal to do his bidding and kind of fulfill his tyrannical despot plans and schemes. So it's very cool. I love the way we got that. But unfortunately, trying to get multiple of these figures is going to be a little bit difficult. Now, let's talk about the figure itself, because the figure is an outstanding figure. It is a retooling of the Batwing figure that came out a few years ago, and I think it's done perfectly. A lot of people couldn't really tell who it was. When I saw this figure in hand and I studied it and looked at it, I'm like, those legs are very different from what we've seen here, especially with that paneling and rigging on the side. So took out my figures that I kind of packed away, and that one's one of those. And I'm like, yep, this is a retooling of him, and an extremely well done retooling. I think the face paint is absolutely stunning. The yellow piercing eyes, that stoic look, just absolutely awesome. The metallic blues work extremely well. They're really eye-catching. I think if we added a bit of a black wash to the overall appearance of this Manhunter in the red, it would really be a bit more of an outstanding looking character. Or if we made the red a metallic shiny red. That's something I might do. Probably not, because I'm probably not going to be able to find another Manhunter to kind of experiment with. But it is a very striking figure. I really do like all the sculpted details. The rocket thrusters look absolutely awesome. I really appreciate that. Now, let's take a look at this faceplate. So, pop this off. You should be able to pop it off right off on the side here. Don't have much for fingernails, but there we go. Starting to work that way off, and there you go. And what you got there, you just got that little faceplate, sticks in with that peg, and again, really beautifully painted. Let's try this one on and see how that looks. That goes on nice and easy, and whoa, that's just a totally different look. That looks awesome. The battle damage looks absolutely spectacular. A really great little touch here. I appreciate these additional faceplates. You know, just think about the tooling cost. You would have had to put another head in here to get that, and we wouldn't probably get that different head sculpt. I think the tooling cost would be too expensive, and it's just, I don't think it's really suitable or appropriate to have an additional head with just this little thing where we can interchange the faceplate. Awesome idea, and it really captures, the essence of the Manhunter. We can have a battle damage. We can have a regular version. We're going to see that hopefully in the future with other characters as well. So for now, we'll just peel this one off. And it comes off easily, so to speak, but it stays on very securely. It's a very deep peg. And then you almost have another character here. It can be like some weird cyborg um, Cyclops, so to speak. But yeah, it's really nicely sculpted details on that helmet. Really cool. We'll put this faceplate back on. And there you go. You hear that nice snap? It's in securely. So let's take him off the flight stand here for just a moment. And we'll take a look at the rest of the Manhunter. Like I said, the blue and red is an awesome combination. Really sharp, dramatic. Look at all the sculpted details. I mean, if we went a little bit more with the paint apps, we could really bring out all this beautiful sculpted line work. It looks absolutely fantastic. A real stunner on the shelf for sure. Now, let's go through the articulation on this figure. He does have, pretty good range of motion in the head. Doesn't look up all that much because of the backing part here of the head sculpt, but he does have some side attitude. The arms do have this extra little bit of shoulder pad armor, but he does have a spacer joint, so that gives him a bit more range. And this is a floating piece. It is attached, but it's a soft rubbery material, so it doesn't interfere with the articulation. Very nice touch. Now he does have ratcheted double jointed elbows, and I like how this continuation of these kind of gears goes into the joints. Really like that. Nice metallic blue. Ball joints at the hands, so all sorts of articulation there. The abdominal region, he can go up quite a bit and come and crunch down. He does have a ball joint at the waist, ball joints at the hips, double jointed ratcheted knees, ball joints at the ankles. A little bit more robotic looking, not really a sculpted ball joint, but it's equal on both sides. Toe articulation, ankle pivot, rocker, everything going on there. So a very striking figure. I really do like the way it looks. Would have liked to have seen a bit more accessories, maybe some power effects, or he has that baton that he carries, that energy baton. That would have been really cool as well. But unfortunately, don't get that. It is a little bit bare bones, I'll give you that, but that faceplate is absolutely awesome. Now, let's bring in some figures, and we'll see how this guy compares with the original body buck that it's based off of, and that is this guy here. So this is the Batwing. We've seen him in a review a long time ago when I first started the channel. It's kind of been packed away. A very nice figure. It really surprised me how cool this figure is, and I do appreciate all the attention to detail in this sculpt. And as you can see, all this extra paneling on the side, line work throughout the entire character. It is a really striking character and a body book that I think suits the Manhunter just perfectly. A real heavy tech figure. Looks absolutely awesome. And this is one of my favorites. I don't know why I packed him up. But yeah, I think he might go back on the display stand. I love this set of wings. They are sculpted so nicely. A nice material as well. This guy came with some additional thrusters for his jetpack and his boots. A really nice looking figure. Man, quite stellar. Really cool mask as well. A great body buck. Underutilized for sure, and I just think it suits the Manhunter just perfectly. Now, in addition, we got a couple other figures you got to bring in, and that, of course, is the Green Lantern Hal Jordan from the Digital Wave. Now, this guy here is, you got to have a Green Lantern with your Manhunter. Hopefully, we'll see a more modern take on Green Lantern in the future in 2025. There are rumors of it. Hopefully, it comes to fruition when we get a brand new Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Now, I'm going to take this guy off the flight stand for just a second. As you can see, we got another Manhunter in the background, and I was very fortunate to get two of these figures. And when I first got these figures, and I did a bit of a hunt across the city to see if I could find a couple more, I was pleasantly surprised to find some at different locations. But it was just one set, and man, I don't think people realize what is kind of in your hands, so to speak. There's some really fantastic looking figures. The Sportmaster looks absolutely awesome as well. You can get this guy on a display stand. You can see a bit of a height difference, and I really appreciate how the Manhunter stands a little bit taller than the regular figure. I think that's appropriate because these are hulking robots of destruction, really. Now, there is, I've talked about this before, the Jeff Johns, Ivan Reis run on Green Lantern. Hands down, my favorite run on Green Lantern in the history of the DC universe. I absolutely love it. There is a few issues where they take on the Manhunters, and it is incredible because these guys have a faceplate that lifts up and drains the power ring from the Green Lanterns. and absorbs their power. So it's a really powerful villain, kind of like Parasite fighting Superman. In that comic, my goodness, I think it was issue 2 or 3. Absolutely stunning artwork, a really awesome storyline. Definitely check that out. But seeing these two guys together looks fantastic. And then, of course, recently we've seen in the Sinestro Corps, we've seen Cyborg Superman Hank Henshaw controlling an army of Manhunters to do his bidding. Hopefully, we're going to get that Hank Henshaw version of Cyborg Superman in the future. And what am I saying? Hoping. I think we will, hands down. 2025, we'll see a Hank Henshaw Superman. Hopefully, some variants as well. But I love the way these guys look. Now, Hank Henshaw, or excuse me, this new 52 version is definitely a big figure. And if you saw my shorts and my review on this guy, some work you got to do to make him look really good. But he's a stunning, stunning DC Multiverse figure. So, another figure I want to bring in here is the Kyle Rayner Green Lantern. I really like this Green Lantern. We've seen this body buck used with the Sinestro version as well. Like the height difference between these two guys. Manhunter should be bigger, and it works out really well between these two guys here. So, guys, one more figure I want to bring in. And this is a big one, but I really like it. One of my absolute favorite build-away figures, and he just towers over the Manhunter. And that, of course, is Beast Boy from the Titans. One of the best versions I've ever seen in any figure line of Beast Boy. I absolutely love this figure. Proudly displaying with my Teen Titans, my Titans. Definitely, we're going to do the video. I think I've amassed enough characters to really build out my Teen Titans, my Titans universe. We're going to do some Titans team rosters, have some fun with it, and we're going to do that video very soon. But yeah, this guy is definitely awesome. So now let's talk about a bit of the controversy that's going on with this entire wave. So let's take a look at Sportsmaster. He's a really, really well done character. This is a retooling of the Dark Detective Batman, and he looks awesome. I really like the way he looks. Would have been nice to see a bit more accessories. He's got the hockey stick, baseball bat. On the back here, the artwork, he has these exploding baseballs. I would have loved to have seen that. That's really cool. But man, it is a striking figure. Really happy to add him to the collection. And then we got this guy here, Daniel West, the Reverse Flash. I really don't like the way these guys are packaged. McFarlane, you gotta stop putting the speedsters in this running pose like this. I just don't like it. It doesn't do it for me. You can't see the full effect of the figure, so to speak. And this guy's got a really cool looking head sculpt. The red and black tones look awesome. And the packaging too, the artwork on the back, Francis Manupal, really awesome, fierce looking Reverse Flash. So I like to keep my videos very upbeat, positive. If there's something glaringly wrong about a figure, of course we'll talk that. We'll speak our honest truth. But it's really disappointing that McFarlane's going this route. I know I've seen this stuff from San Diego Comic-Con. They're talking about, getting your collector's thirst for these chase figures, and I don't think that's an appropriate way to do things. These are brand new characters to the DC Multiverse. I know you guys are thinking, okay, McFarlane's execs are thinking, well, let's do some platinum chases, make them extremely hard. They're going to go to every Target, every Walmart, every GameStop to try and find these figures. And in the meantime, they don't find these guys. Maybe they'll pick up some Coke or some Pepsi or some chips or some deodorant or toilet paper, whatever. And that's what retailers want. Retailers want you to go to their stores multiple times to find action figures if that's what you're hunting for. They need that traffic. That's why retailers love exclusives. They love exclusives. It draws people into their store to go and hunt these figures down. I can appreciate that. It's that thrill of the hunt. But to this extent, I think it's really terrible. And it's really not good for this wave. It's not good for the DC Multiverse wave and lineup of figures. Because this is really putting a bad taste in a lot of collectors' mouths. A lot of people want these figures. Some of these guys are going for over $100 already, and they've been out for less than a few weeks. And if you're a huge fan of Reverse Flash and you want to get this figure, you're going to pay almost 4 times the amount it originally cost to get it. And I know that it's building up the collector's wave and the aftermarket, which is something that a lot of series want. But man, a Platinum Chase shouldn't be like this. Platinum Chase should be a little bit of maybe a paint deco variant, like with a Sergeant Rock. You got that really cool Sergeant Rock, and then you got like a Green Army Man version for Platinum Chase. That's cool. normal. You can go either way. They're not really super necessary, but if you found one, hey, that's pretty cool. I'll pick it up. This is not the way to go. Brand new characters, Platinum Chase, limited, I mean limited stock. Hopefully McFarlane steps away from this. I really don't appreciate it. As a collector, I was lucky to find these, but in Canada, we're getting really lucky with GameStop, getting San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, a little more Platinum Chase figures. But for our other collectors across America, Mexico, the Philippines, these are going to be really tough to find. And it's a real disappointment because this Manhunter is an awesome, stellar figure. And everybody should be able to get the chance to get this figure at a reasonable price and enjoy it and add it to your collection. Just like with Sportsmaster and Reverse Flash. Okay, so that's enough of my soapbox speak here, but it's something I'm concerned about because this could really kind of not do well for the line. You know, it could turn customers off, collectors off who want these figures. So hopefully, kind of get their stuff together, McFarlane Toys, and stops doing these kind of things. There is another Platinum Chase wave coming out soon. It's gonna have Shiny Knight, Effigy, another Green Lantern villain from the Kyle Rayner term, and we're gonna have a Question figure, which is, oh my god, everybody wants the Question. He's a character that's established enough that he should be able in a regular release and not a Platinum Chase wave. Hopefully we'll have some good luck again, and we'll find those guys when they come out with, I believe, the in Canada, it's going to be the Fusion Batman and the Dick Grayson Batman. So hopefully we'll get that lineup. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned for that. But guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you got a chance to experience this awesome Manhunter figure because it's a really stellar figure. Hope you get a chance to find it while you're out and about. In Canada, man, we can find them still. I went to a GameStop a couple days ago and they had all three of these guys, two of each, and it was a really big GameStop here. It's one of the largest ones, a high traffic one in a very busy shopping center. So it was great to see that. Hopefully, all of my friends out in America, Philippines, Mexico are finding these figures. I hope you do, and I wish you the best of luck. And let me know if you do find them. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. We'll see you soon in the next video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notification so the next time I produce a video, it comes automatically in your feed. All right, guys, thanks so much. Take care. We'll see you soon.